Oh, Ariane, I was just looking for you.
Look, if you take me back to Ascium, you'll be aiding and abetting the guy who's trying to stop me from getting to the Giants.
I don't know what to think anymore.
The first time I came here, there was a Tyrannosaur here. We can't stay here. Let's go to the Giants.
You're right, but I don't see any reason not to bring you back to the city.
Gustav, if we leave right now, no one will know you found me. As soon as I'm finished talking to the Giants, you can bring me back to Ascium, and you'll be a local hero.
Well, if you look at it that way, let's be on our way.
I'll be back to see you, Gustav.
Hurry up, Ariane.
Ariane, they said you wanted to speak to me.
Yes, for some time now, but I was held up by Barres Mahul.
What is it you wanted to say?
Area Menude, the threat of war was a scam, a rumor spread by Alexander, the rector of the academy.
What are you saying?
And one of his co-conspirators is Barres Mahul.
These are heavy accusations. Do you have any proof?
I found a periscope we can use to see the surface of the Earth. It will show that there is peace there. Summon the villagers to come and see it if you like. The periscope is by the old coal mine.
I'll see. But you'll need more proof than that to convince me.
We're running out of time, Area Menude. Now that Alexander knows the cat's out of the hat, he's concocted a poison to spread an epidemic in your village. Wallace is supposed to come see you, isn't he?
Yes.
He will be carrying this germ without knowing it. We must delay his arrival.
I understand, but I want some proof.
Here is the bowl of memory. I removed it to convince you of the truth.
Who authorized you to do that?
Never mind. You have to see this.
Alexander the Rector speaks of dreadful occurrences. Spirits. I see. Barres Mahul, that mastermind of a magician, sabotaging our force field. Traitor. He is prepared to sacrifice lives to take control of the village. To take this ball away is a sacrilege. But you were right. I will be with you when the culprits are apprehended. Now get going. I sense that we're running out of time.
Gustav, quick! I have to go to Ascium.
For goodness sake, Ariane, get in!
Thanks for the ride, Gustav.
My pleasure, Ariane.
Could that be a telephone ringing? Hello?
Hello, Ariane?
Yes, it's me.
This is Enrique. Listen, you've got to come see me right away at the telegraph office. Adam told me to warn you as soon as you got back to town.
Okay, I'll be right there. So what is it?
Here you are at long last. It seems you want the whole town to gather in the wild zone?
Yes, I do. It's rather urgent. I think the best way to warn everyone is by telegram.
The thing is, I can't do that without permission from the chief engineer.
I get the picture, but this is an emergency.
It may well be, but what proof do I have of that?
At the academy, I found a flask with poison in it. Alexander wants to contaminate the Giants, using Wallace, who doesn't know a thing about it.
But that's awful. You know, I don't think it's a very good idea to stir up the townsfolk. It will only create panic.
You're right. That's precisely what Alexander wants. His whole story about the war was pure fabrication from the get-go.
What did you say? I saw the pictures with my own two eyes. I took the newsreels off the projectors with my own two hands.
As soon as everybody's been warned, I'll have to find Wallace on the double.
I think he's down in the city. He should be leaving to see the Giants in a few hours.
Have you ever seen this newsreel?
No, and yet there's the date and the emblem of the city on it.
This is the real footage from a month ago, and I'm sure it doesn't show any war on the surface of the Earth.
You mean that... Oh, my God, I swear I had nothing to do with it.
I believe you, and I will back up your story if you send this telegram to all the inhabitants of the town. We are going to reestablish the truth.
Right away.
Have you seen the rector?
No, it's a holiday today. He's probably not at the academy.
I think it should be wise to close off access to certain places like the academy.
You can make the necessary changes in the itineraries and timetables room. The Alta monorail won't stop at the station. I'll give you the master key. It ought to be empty at this hour.
Thanks. Then so long, Enrique, and thanks.
Good luck, Ariane.
All right, let's go.
Ariane, you haven't complied with my order to stay in the city.
I've come to apologize. I ran away, it's true, but I didn't tell anyone about my situation.
I'd like to believe you.
It won't be easy to convince him. You need some medicine?
Yes, Amanda advised me to take a potion to relieve my pains.
Have you ever taken this potion before?
Plimentary? No, never.
Wallace, it's poison!
What?
Here it is. This document should give you some idea of what's in the flask.
My God, it looks like it's Alexander's handwriting.
Indeed it is. He was plotting to get rich off of all of you. He fabricated this war and took the diamonds from the mine to sell them to the outside world. He sensed that I was onto him, so he conceived this atrocious plan to cause panic.
This is so diabolical. Can you prove this plot really exists?
Yes, I can. Here are the documents that prove I speak the truth.
My God, these papers. Alexander has been cheating us. What a mastermind. And what cynicism.
Are you now convinced that I'm not a menace?
Ariane, I humbly apologize. I owe my citizens some explanations.
Will you let me leave the city now?
Yes, and unconditionally.
I've asked Enrique to send a telegram to all the townspeople. I'm going to invite them to look through a periscope and see beyond the city limits. All of them will see that there is no war at all on the surface. Your community is not threatened by the outside world, Wallace. Will you come with us?
You took this initiative?
I have proof of what I'm saying.
I'd be curious to see it.
What will you do with the rector?
I will have him arrested at once before we go to the periscope.
Then I'll see you later. Well, I'm off.
Be careful, Ariane.
Closed. I'm missing parts to finish the periscope. My name is cleared. I'm free now.
I'm so glad, Ariane.
Osine, I can go home.
Is it true?
Yes, indeed. But before I go, you are all invited to the old coal mine to have a look at the surface of the Earth.
Really? I'll go see if somebody can take my place.
I'm looking for a mirror for a periscope.
Go to the laboratory refuge and take one for my trusty camera.
May I really? You're doing me a great service.
It's the least I can do.
This may be the last time I see you, Osine.
That's true.
I won't forget you.
Neither will I, Ariane.
I'm ready to leave now.
looks like a harbor. I see people laughing. That's wonderful, Ariane. You bring us great news. Peace. The world is at peace.
I'm so happy to be going back home.
Ariane, in spite of all we owe you, we can never see you again. For everyone's sake, I've requested that the access to the surface be destroyed.
I understand, and I think it would be best to leave my computer and camera here with you.
You are making a tremendous sacrifice, one just as noble as your heart.
Area Menude, I would have learned a great deal by staying with your people, but I must go now.
Ariane, be careful. Your return to the surface will arouse a lot of suspicion.
Thank you, all of you. I'm losing out on a lot in leaving you, but my life is up there. I will think fondly of you, always.
Farewell, Ariane.
Is everything all right, miss? Seems you're as tough as they come.
Return to Ground Zero. I'm already antsy about what to say to the boss, but what of it? This won't be the first time.